All right, HadesOmega here. So this is the third, it's the third set of sliders I'm making for the Supermoto Suron Light B. And I was supposed to go to the track tomorrow. It's like summer just started like a couple days ago, and it's hot as shit right now. So anyways, we still got to put one more slider on the bike. So what we got for sliders right now, we got the rear ones that I just completed in the last video, and then the front one right here. So we got 2 and then 3. The hand guards. The hand guards are already there, but that's what they want you to have at the track so your bike slides, especially with the plastic, I guess. I can verify that your bike will slide on the hand guards because I did it on my PT.6 one rainy night. The bike slid quite a long distance in the rain. It was quite scary. Not intentional. So yeah, we're gonna make some Footpeg sliders for the Footpegs. Why do you need them? I feel you don't really need them at all. Especially since the Suron has aluminum Footpegs. They're not really gonna gouge into the ground too much. Aluminum is pretty soft metal. But anyway, my inspiration for this is this guy. So you see he's got a little happy face. This is from my KLX 140. This is a custom slider that I made from it. It's made out of HDPE, high density polyethylene plastic, kind of the stuff that they make like milk bottles out of. It's really strong. I've never really used it, but anyway, I've never really crashed with it. I kind of have, and it came off of the bike, so I don't recommend using these in the dirt. You'll lose them. It's not a very good Footpeg slider, but at least it's something, you know. A company that does make them is Warp 9. Warp 9 makes a Supermoto Footpeg slider, and you can buy Footpegs that have already the Footpeg slider on it. So, what else? Yeah. So anyway, basically, this is just a puck, a plastic puck that I cut out of a piece of plastic using a hole saw, and I drilled a hole in the center, and I recessed it a little bit. So like the bolt won't stick out so much. And then there's a hook. So basically it's a J hook, just like this. Oh, it's this different one. I think, yeah, this is the exact same J hook as that, except I just modified it a little bit. I bent it a little more. Yeah, so, and then it's bolted on the bottom like that. So that's the way that goes. The KLX 140's Footpegs are a little bit different. This one, it's I'm hoping we can use this big thick one, but this is going to be harder to think. So my plan is, instead of making my own puck, I bought another set of skateboard wheels, very similar to the ones that I had before. The seller that I got it from, they weren't available. So, and then this basically, hopefully it fits. Let's check right now. And this is the kind of stuff they want to try. They also want you to have a catch can on your bike, but we don't really need one because there's no fluids that come off of this bike. So yes, it does fit in there. So it's going to fit in there like that, you know. So I've already kind of constructed it already, and it's going to kind of look like that, and it's going to bolt onto the Footpeg. I feel like we have to shorten it. It's really long. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's going to work right there. It's going to have a a skateboard wheel with a washer in it, just like the 2 other sliders that I made. And like I said, these cost $10 for a pack of 4. Well, I think this one was $14. It was a little bit more. And the J-hook costs $1 at Lowe's. This one's even cheaper. This one's like 50 cents. But I kind of want to use the thicker one, and I'll show you why in a minute. All right, so let's do it. I've been dragging ass, and we got to go to a track in a couple days, so we got to make sure this thing's squared away. Okay, so this is what we're working with here. This is a, it's called a J-bolt. It's a 5/16 J-bolt, and it's 3 inches long. I'd imagine we're gonna have to make it a little smaller. It can handle a 160-pound capacity also, so it's pretty strong. So my idea is to have it hook around here, like where my finger is right now. So it's gonna have to be like way shorter. We may have to thread this farther down there. So also I mentioned these are only like $1. They're only $1. They're not super duper expensive. So I think it'll work, but we probably should probably bend it a little more. Yeah, we should bend it a little bit. So we're gonna close the hook a little bit, and that's gonna be on there like that. And it may not fit. Let's see. I'll get it up. Oh, I see the problem we're having here. So, well, one problem we're having is the hook. The hook is hitting the wheel. Yeah, the hook's hitting the wheel. So it's kind of stuck there. So this is kind of not going to work unless I shorten the hook a little bit. So the hook needs to be shortened a little bit. What I'm talking about is it's hitting the wheel like that. See, it's too long. So I think we're going to have to shorten this a little bit, and we're going to have to pinch it a little bit, which we can totally do. Let's pinch it first, so we'll have something to move with. And how I'm going to do that is we're just going to use good old Mr. Vise here. This guy. Okay, I've gone ahead and bent it. This is what it looked like before. That's what it looked like before. I kind of bent it just a little bit. Okay, bent it a little more, and there we go. That's a lot more. And then we're going to shorten it on. But let's see if it'll fit on there. So basically, you want to get it up in there between the holes, hopefully, or we got to try to guide it in there. Oh, it's a little hard to get in now. So I think we got to do it from the top, like this. Hook it like that. That looks okay. That looks pretty good. I kind of don't want to make this too short, or else it'll slip off really easy. Is the problem. And I think it should go. I think it should go like this. I'm not sure because there's a little bit of an angle here. See, there's a little angle. It's not totally flat like that. So you probably want it to be against the angle. Okay, so let's try shortening it now. I will cut maybe half of it, like right here. And then we do that with Mr. Cutting Wheel. Okay, so we're gonna cut it right about here, kind of like halfway a little bit. It's only $1 if I mess up. I can just go back and get some of that. Piece of cake. Okay, I think I'm gonna bend it a little more, because now I think it's but we have to make sure we don't bend it so much that it won't go around the foot peg, the part where we're mounting it on. It may just snap at any moment too. That might be a little too much. Alright, that's what it looks like now. It's like a little candy cane. Okay, let's see if it fits. Ooh, we may have bent it too much. Yeah, I think we may have bent it too much. Yeah, we did bend it too much, so I have to unbend it somehow. Okay, I can get it in there, but I kind of have to like force it. So I have to like really force it to get in there. It's aluminum, it's really soft stuff, so it's like actually kind of damaging the foot peg, but that's okay. Alright, so next thing, let's see if the puck will fit in there. Okay, so it seems like this might work. So this is just going to go up there like this. Hopefully it works, we'll see. It seems like it's still kind of hitting the wheel a little bit, but I guess it should be okay. It'll be a little cockeyed. Yeah, it's not ideal, that's for sure. So we got. It looks like we got enough threads. We just have to cut them. So I'm gonna go mark where I need to cut it because it's way too long. It's like we got a feeler on the foot peg now. But yeah, I'm gonna go mark where I need to cut it, like right down here, right around here or something, and then we'll screw it in. So hopefully that'll be it. It was pretty simple actually. Didn't really do much. Okay, I want to cut it around where the black mark is, pretty much where my thumb is right now. I'm gonna try to cut it right there. Okay. Oh, we don't want to touch that right now. A nice little sizzling sound. Okay, so that's how far I've cut it. I'm probably going to straighten out the cut. It's a little crooked. Okay, and I'm going to clean up the threads a little bit with this doohickey here. So it'll thread on nicely. So it's not super sharp, you know. Let's see if the nut. Okay, there it is. I kind of cleaned it up a little. It goes in there nicely. Okay, it worked, and it actually worked better than I thought it would. And I'll show you why. So you remember I said I had to shorten the hook so so it would clear the wheel. Well, it's actually touching the wheel just a little bit right now, but that's good because it completes the loop. It basically it's locked itself onto the wheel. And there it is. So that's the whole wheelie right there. So it's still a little bit too long, I think. I think that sticks out too much. I'm probably going to want to cut a couple threads off of that. But for the most part, that's done already. And it actually locks itself in place, so you don't have to worry about it coming off. I think. I'll let you know if I crash and the bike slides and how it holds up. But I'm hoping we're not going to have to test these out, you know. They're just there. They're just there to just get us on the track, you know. And I'm sure they may serve their purpose. We'll find out. But yeah, it's pretty tight. It doesn't spin or anything. It's pretty easy to get on and off. Basically, you just kind of have to hook it from the top, and then yeah, and then it kind of digs into the wheel a little bit. So it's gonna score up the wheel a little bit up here. But that's what it looks like on the top and the bottom. I'd say that does the trick. But yeah, we don't want this piece of metal sticking out. As much as possible, we don't want any metal sticking out of it. So I will also probably put a lock nut on it also. Okay, so we're just going to shorten this a little more, and then I think we're done. I think that's pretty good right there. I'm just going to leave it just like that. There it is. That's the second one I've made, and it looks pretty good. I've noticed it'll kind of move around here. It'll float a little bit left and right here, and it'll be like crooked too sometimes. But it's on there. The thing is, it sticks out a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and grind it down a little bit with the grinder, just like 1 or 2 threads, and then I think it'll be okay. It's all dependent on how much you tighten it, but like I said, you want to tighten it enough where like this will lock down onto the wheel itself. So that looks like it. Yeah. So let's get a good look. I will shorten it just a tad, and it's got the locking nut, so you don't have to put Loctite or anything on it if you don't want to. And I think that'll do the trick. Sweet. Will we get to test it on the track? Well, I will try. I'm going to try to get the bike, you know, get some good lean angle in there. I don't know. I've never been able to scrape the pegs on this bike, so I'm not that good a rider, so it's the problem. All right. I will shorten it a little bit, and then I'll shoot another video. Okay, there it is, final product. So I'd imagine if I was cornering with this and my feet were on the pegs, like this would probably hit the ground first. But like I said, it's aluminum. It'd be better if it was at the tip. It would be better if it was at the tip. But this actually extends pretty far down. It's almost like 1 inch wide. So there it is. I shortened it a little bit. I just didn't tighten it too much this time. Also, but yeah, so it kind of locks itself in. So it worked a little better than I thought it would. And there we go. So that's our final prototype right there. And then I just have to make one more of them. So So yeah, I'll take it apart and then we'll go over it again. But that's where it is. That's how it is mounted on there. Pretty cool. It's fairly flush. They don't look very. They don't look like they get in the way or anything. It's below the spikes on the foot pegs. I probably want to get a file and sharpen these. They're really dull, dude. Yeah, these are not very. These aren't the best foot pegs in the world. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. It turned out better than I thought it would. So now that I have a little template to work off of, I can make another one pretty easily. The hard part is figuring out how much to cut it, you know. But the more you cut it, the harder it's going to be to get that locking nut in there. This locking nut, it's more in there, you know. It's hard to start it, but once you get it in there, it's not too bad. Now just don't tighten it too much, you know. Just tighten it so it contacts onto the wheel, and then yeah, there it is. So there you go. You get your Supermoto slider. Hopefully it works, but it looks the part though, doesn't it? Alright, so I just have to make one more. I'm going to take it out and then we'll go over the parts. Alright, so here I'm going to show you how to remove it, and then I'll show you how to install it. So it's pretty easy. It takes a 13 millimeter, which is what equates to the 5/16. And then yeah, so you kind of just stick it in the hole and loosen it. Pretty simple. At some point, it's kind of hard to take out because of the lock washer and the locking nut, so you can't really do it by hand once it's loose until you lost it's lost its grip. Okay, so there it is, comes out, and there's your J hook. So this is a 5/16 J hook that we've shortened and we've kind of crushed it a little, the hook part, and then this is the skateboard wheel, 100A durometer with a washer pressed into it. I think it's a 22 millimeter washer if I remember correctly. The diameter is 22 millimeter, but it's a 5/16 washer. I probably have to make another one too. If you can't find one that exact dimension, just make it yourself. That's what I wound up doing. But there's some out there that you could probably just plop in there, and you want to press it in there so it doesn't fall out, and then a 5/16 locking nut, and that's it. So I'll show you how to install it real quick. I do it this way. Just drop it in from the top, and then hook it in from the bottom, and then you just the hard part is getting it started. Once you got it started, it's not too bad. That's why you don't cut it too much. The other one I cut so much that I couldn't get it started, so. But yeah, it's kind of hard to do this because you're kind of doing it blind. I'm kind of looking down on it. Okay. Okay, at some point you'll engage the threads. Just tighten it with your 13 millimeter socket. You kind of have to use a socket because it's kind of in there. Okay, and just kind of tighten it snug. Probably like that much, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And it doesn't go anywhere. So it's almost like, it kind of acts like a lock if you think about it. A lock has something like that, like a padlock. It kind of works like a padlock almost. So there you go. So that is the HadesOmega Footpeg Supermoto Footpeg slider do-it-yourself hack right there. The HadesOmegaSpec slider hack. It actually was not that hard to do, so I have to go buy another hook though. I kind of messed it up, but when I get the other side done, I'll show you also. So, all right, I hope you guys learned something. Yeah, the next clip will show the other side. I'll just buy the other one later today, and then we'll get working on it. All right, there it is. HadesOmega finished them. So here's the one for the left foot peg, and there's the one for the right there. So I made exactly the same, and they fit exactly. So what I found out is it's actually better if you put the threaded part on the outside, and it moves the slider towards the tip more. So that's where most likely you're gonna scrape. So we'll see. We'll see if I can scrape it. See if we can drag foot pegs on the track. I doubt it, but HadesOmega is not that good a rider.